What's going on, guys? This is Jason from G Style Magazine. I'm back reviewing another car. Now, I've reviewed a lot of cars over the years, starting with back in 2012. Now, the one thing that's always sucks about doing car reviews is after that review period is over, I had to give it back. Well, the car I'm going to review today, I don't have to give it back. I'm actually keeping. This is the 2021 Tesla Model 3 Long Range. And instead of doing a review per se, I'm going to talk about why I decided to buy this car. So like I said, this is the 2021 Tesla Model 3 Long Range. And while I've definitely reviewed a lot of cars, there's always kind of a prerequisite on the things I kind of want in a car. Now, me personally, I've always ever bought used cars my entire life, like newer used, but I've never bought a brand new car. But I had my eye on the Tesla Model 3 since it was first announced, and I just kind of had to wait for budgets to come align. And going back to the prerequisites, some of the things I kind of needed in the car was, good software, good UI, nice looking car, check. I'm real big on Android Auto. This does not have that, so that's kind of one thing I just didn't have in the car. But wireless charging for your phone, definitely something I wanted, and why I wanted this year, because it added that this year, and a bunch of hosts of other reasons. Now, I've been wanting to get off gas for a while, and I'm always looking for ways to consolidate the consumables I use. So with my home, if you watch the channel, I did the geothermal to kind of get off of oil and kind of get that renewable energy, which I've been enjoying so far. So that kind of goes in tow with this. I've been kind of wanting to get off gas for a while. Oil, gas, they kind of the same. So with the Tesla Model 3 being an all-electric car, I can now get off, buying gas and now just use electricity. So that was kind of another reason why I wanted this car, or just an electric car in general. Now, why I chose the Tesla Model 3 Long Range, we'll kind of get into that coming up. And there's a few reasons why I chose the Model 3 and why I chose the Model 3 Long Range. All right, so let's dive into some of the features and reasons why I wanted the Tesla Model 3 Long Range. Now, before we get into the technical stuff, since I bought this car, I had to get it in the blue metallic color that it came in. Because if I'm gonna have a car long term, I love blue. If you know me in G Style, I love the blue, so I was gonna have the blue. But let's talk about the first thing, the cameras. So the Tesla Model 3 comes with 8 cameras. You have basically 3 in the front, right in the front windshield. Then you have 2 coming along the car, right in the front of the car. You have 2 more on each side on the left and right pillar. And then you have, of course, the typical backup camera that you have in the back. Collectively, you have basically 8 cameras that pretty much can see all around the car. And not only does it help you see the whole road and give you alerts when incoming traffic, but that ties into the software with the autopilot and allowing it to keep itself in the lane and avoid other cars. So that was the first reason why I went to the Model 3. All right, so the second reason why I like the Model 3 for the Tesla is because of the storage. Obviously as an electric vehicle, there's no engine, so you kind of get extra storage in what they call the frunk, or the front trunk. I really hate that name, but it is what it is. I can open it right from my app. So I'll open my app, hit the open button here, and then pop my trunk up. Now, this doesn't really have much storage in here, but you can probably get a small suitcase or some groceries or just, little knickknacks that you want to kind of keep out of your car and out of the way. All right. And then we can kind of just follow me on right to the back. And then when it comes to the trunk itself, lots of storage space for a sedan car, more than I was expecting. So let's take a little walk there. Now, my car is a little bit customized, and I'll get to that in a future video, but from here, it's a power lift gate, so I press the button, it launches up. Plenty of trunk space going all the way in, and then even additional space underneath. So if you go here and pull it out, you got a nice little deep cavern, again, for just some more trunk space as you need it. So you can kind of put your cleaning supplies and other stuff that you want to just hide away to kind of keep your trunk clean. So another thing I like about the Tesla, and one of the reasons why I brought it, is because of this interior. A lot of people, it's kind of divisive. Some people love the interior, some people don't. I particularly love it. You know, I consider myself a minimalist, and Tesla Model 3 or Teslas in general are minimalist interior cars. You know, I like the materials that I've had here. A lot of people like to go with the white interior, but you know, me, I like to do all black, everything, all black and blue. So this was perfect for me. I love like the console here because there is no transmission. There is extra space for things, so I know I have a nice deep cavern in the center console, deep cavern in the, like the armrest console, the wood veneer like material, and then like, you know, this vegan leather looks pretty good. You know, it's easy to clean. I've had a few mishaps, so it was just kind of easy. Again, for the 2021 model, I had to have the wireless charger, so I love this way to just put my phone in, it's connected. If you've seen any of my previous car videos, you always see me kind of talk about having to do with wires, and in 2021 there should be no wires, it should be all wireless. So Tesla gives me that. It checked off that mark, was why I kind of wanted it. Going beyond the interior, it's kind of not hard to talk about the giant 15-inch screen that is right in your middle viewpoint. This is pretty much where you do everything. There definitely is a learning curve to it, but you know, I'm a gadget guy. This is G-Style. We talk about tech all the time. Not too hard for me to pick it up, but pretty much everything is done through this, from your radio to your glove box to locking windows. All your settings are pretty much in here. Took me about a day or so to kind of learn it, but since I've had it now for about a month, it's second nature. I actually ordered my Tesla on July 13th, and I was able to do pickup on September 2nd. So now, by the time of filming, we're about a little bit over October, middle of October. So I've had about a little month and a half. Do I regret this decision so far? I do not. Just recapping a lot of stuff, you know, I had to have the blue, I had to have the wireless charger, but you know, why did I buy a Tesla? I mean, like I said, I wanted to be able to be all electric, no gas, check. I wanted wireless charging, check. I wanted to be at the forefront of the technology. You know, it's a good fit for me. You know, I'm a gadget guy in the technology, and this is a technology heavy car. So it just kind of fits the wheelhouse in which I live in. You know, a giant touchscreen, that's pretty much what I use every day in operation. So to have a car that does the same thing, it makes sense. Beyond like just the technology part, the acceleration on the car is crazy. So, you know, this is probably the fastest car I've ever owned, or even probably at this point test drove, because as an electric car, Teslas are notoriously for outpacing or outrunning traditional ICE or gas cars. So I think the acceleration on this was like 4.2, but some people might say I could have got the performance, and you know, why did I get that for the quickest acceleration? Honestly, acceleration wasn't as important to me. What I wanted was range, and even though this has an EPA rated range of 353 miles, real world conditions are usually never that, and that is only under the best conditions and if you charge it to 100%. Tesla recommends you don't do 100% unless you're doing a road trip, so anywhere from 80 to 90 is where they recommend it. So I keep mine charged at about let me see, 85%. So with 85% charge, you get just about 300 miles to start, and then, you know, obviously it changes as you go along, how much speed, HVAC, and all that you're using. So I wanted to go with the maximum range, because at 4.2 from 0 to 60, that's already fast enough than I need, and faster than anything I've ever driven. So I didn't really need to go 3.7, 162 miles, because when am I ever really driving that unless I'm taking the car to a track? This is my everyday car, so and I do road trips, so maximum range is kind of where I want it to be. Now, moving beyond that, beyond just the Tesla car itself, you have the Tesla's supercharger network. You know, there are a lot of EVs out there, and some people might say, well, why don't you get like the Ford Mach-E, or maybe something from Volkswagen, or all the new ones cropping up? It really comes down to the charging network. I wanted the most reliable and most robust charging network, and right now, that is Tesla. You know, you have Electrify America, you have EVgo, ChargePoint, but I've seen various mixes of problems when it comes to charging. And as an EV primary car, you don't want to be going with a brand where the charging network, when you get there, may not work, or have some other issue and you can't charge and you're kind of down to your last few miles. So right now, Tesla is the king of that. So I kind of wanted to go with the most reliable charging network, so I kind of wanted to go with the car that had the most experience in the EV game, and Tesla's been doing it the longest. Their software shows it. The fit and finish is not all there. Other cars are better at that, but really I interact with the software every day, so that's what I wanted the best in, and I wanted their charging network. So kind of like I said in the beginning of the video, I review a lot of cars, but this is the first car I actually decided to buy. So since that's the case, this won't be the last video for this. I'll probably be doing a series of videos to talk about different features of the car. And as you can see from the car, they have the aero wheels normally on it. I removed those. I have tents on the window, and then I also decided to do a few different elements to kind of customize the car in the interior and on the outside that make it more mine. So I'll probably dive into talking about just a few subtle modifications I made to the car just to make it my own in some future videos. So, this won't be the last thing you'll see of this Tesla Model 3. Mine is called Nightwing just because, I like the Nightwing DC character. So there'll be more videos about Nightwing on G-Style magazine in the future. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned. Definitely hit that bell icon so you can be notified when new videos come up. But for now, this is Jason Anderson, G-Style magazine. I'll catch you guys in the next one.